wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Yeah. Listen, all that Twitter typing, did you see me and ain't do nothing? Crop top with some biker shorts showing off my moose knuckle?
That's how you feel.
That sound like
Hardest
you this
bar.
morning.
Hardest bar 2024.
Morning, everybody.
Hardest
We
bar
are
2024.
the Breakfast Club.
Telling you right now.
Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. Let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Morgan.
Yes, turned up with my A. Okay. Let's see. So former President Donald Trump, he made his first appearance since what authorities are calling a second assassination attempt on his life during a town hall event in Michigan, moderated by Arkansas governor and his former White House press secretary, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Trump talked about lowering energy bills and what jobs in Michigan would look like if he wasn't elected. Let's hear more from Trump in Michigan.
It's my ambition to get your energy bill within 12 months down 50%. If I can do that, you've done a hell of a job. 5-0, not 15, 50. If a tragedy happens and we don't win, there will be zero car jobs, manufacturing jobs. It will all be out of here. And that includes South Carolina. That includes other places that are competitors of yours.
And so Trump went on to say his presidency was consequential, and he talked about the response from Secret Service regarding that attempt on his life. Let's hear more from that.
Only consequential presidents get shot at. But what can you do? You have to do what you have to do, right? We have to be brave. And he saw the barrel of the gun coming out from a bush. Can you believe it? This guy was all set. He was all set to do his number.
Trump said it's a dangerous business running for president, and he had a nice conversation with President Biden and received a very, very nice phone call from Vice President Harris on Sunday following the event. What were you going to say, Sean?
Well, two things. That talk he was talking, that's what people want to hear. Like, how you going to make my bills less?
But he didn't say how. He just said he was going to do it. He said he was cutting car insurance. He said he was cutting all that stuff.
Sure, but people don't care. They just want to hear it. You know, how you going to make my bills less? How you going to put money in my pocket? Talking about jobs.
They want to F around and find out.
But I will say, all presidential elections are consequential. Like, all elections, period, are consequential. There has never been a president that hasn't been consequential. You don't have to get shot at, to be a consequential president. That's not how that works. Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of getting shot at, Republican senators are demanding more resources for the Secret Service following that attempt on his life. On Tuesday, a group of 8 senators, including Alabama's Tommy Tuberville and Kansas Republican Senator Roger Marshall, they sent a letter to the acting director of the Secret Service demanding increased protection for Trump. Let's hear those comments from them.
What's it going to take? 66 days ago was the first assassination attempt. What have we learned? 0. And we don't need some 10,000 word report. We just need to know what happened and how do we fix it.
We're asking him to give Trump the same protection as a sitting president. And I call on all the media, especially the legacy media and big tech, to turn down the rhetoric, stop attacking, stop censoring, and report the truth.
So what's the truth? Does the president deserve they're asking, so the senators are asking the Secret Service Director, Ronald Rowe, to respond to their requests and questions by September 27th. They want Trump and his family to have the same security details, Secret Service detail, as the sitting president. Do you think that's the case?
Yeah, they tried to kill him twice. Yes, he absolutely positively deserves it. They're trying to take him out, and he should have. He's a former president, whether you like him or not. He should have enough security where he feels safe, and they shouldn't be able to get that close with those long guns to pop him. Yes, he should have the same security as the president.
Maybe the Secret Service needs to stop being a secret. Like maybe they should start being a public service. Like, people need to know they're around. Like, they should be surrounded. Like,
absolutely.
Sometimes you see these, rappers or these athletes walk in and
you can feel it when they walk in.
You know it. As soon as they walk in, they got 20 big, dusty, dirty looking security guards. That's what Donald Trump needs.
Yeah, he needs like sitting presidents.
Why isn't that automatic already? Because our politicians, it's different now in our times. Like, people are very upset openly about stuff now. Yeah. Like, why wasn't it automatic that
it depends how vocal
like
they are. Because, look at Barack Obama. There hasn't been that many
You're crazy.
attempts. Has there been that many attempts?
Yes, Barack Obama had there was so many attempts on his life.
After.
I don't know about after, but
this would be after. But
a lot of the stuff you don't hear about. Like, even if you Google, the people who attempted to do things to President Obama, it was a bunch. But you just,
but that's when he was a sitting president. This is when he's not. I don't know.
About
that's
after.
the question.
I don't know about after. But yes, they need They like, you know how you see some people and they be like, damn, they moving like the president.
Yeah.
Shoot, the president ain't even moving like the president.
That's right. All right.
All right. Well, we'll talk more on the other side. Vice President Kamala Harris, she sat down with NABJ, the National Association of Black Journalists, and we'll hear about that in the next hour.
All right. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-5.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Laura LaRosa filling in for Jess. And let's get back to some front page news. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. Good morning. So Vice President Kamala Harris, she says far too many Palestinians have been killed during the Israel-Hamas war. She made those comments during a discussion hosted by the National Association of Black Journalists in Philadelphia. Harris says she supports Israel's right to defend itself, but how it defends itself also matters. And she stressed that a ceasefire deal is needed. Let's hear more from Harris at the NABJ.
I support Israel's ability to defend itself. And I support the need for Palestinians to have dignity, self-determination, and security. The thing that is going to unlock everything else in that region is getting this deal done.
So also during that conversation, one of the NABJ panelists and a colleague of mine, Jaron Gaynor, he asked Harris about vying for the black man's vote after polling showed some young black men are considering voting for former President Trump. Here's what she had to say about that.
Black men are like any other voting group. You got to earn their vote. So I'm working to earn the vote. Not assuming I'm going to have it because I am black, but because the policies and the perspectives I have understands what we must do to recognize the needs of all communities. And I intend to be a president for all people. Specifically as it relates to what we need to do, to your point around economic opportunity. Yes, I started way before I was at the top of the ticket, what I called an economic opportunity tour, focused on black men.
She sound tired.
She sound like she got a cold.
Yeah, she sound tired.
But I'll tell you one, she's right. You know what I'm saying? You got to earn everybody's vote, especially black men. And if you've been paying attention, she has a long track record of doing just that. Like, there's a lot of things, I think brothers would be into if they actually paid attention to the policies she's presenting. Like when she talks about, her opportunity economy, rebuilding the middle class, giving everyone the opportunity to own a small business, giving everyone the opportunity to own a home. Those are things that we care about. By the way, it's really just that simple for everybody. Folks want to know how you going to put more money in their pocket and how you going to keep them safe. I don't care if you're a black man, black woman, white man, white woman, whatever race you are, sexuality, that's what you care about.
It's definitely giving what have you done for me lately type energy for sure. Switching gears, but staying on topic of the black man, former Officer Emmett Martin took the stand in the trial of the beating death of Tyree Nichols. Former Metro Police officers Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, and Justin Smith are on trial and have all pleaded not guilty in the case. Martin was called to the stand late yesterday afternoon after hours of cross-examination of Second Lieutenant Lawrence Wright, who trained the officers at the academy. Martin did not have his body camera on during the assault of Nichols in January of 2023. The former officer recounted events of the night leading up to and during the assault, and he admitted his part in the excessive use of force. Now, Martin also agreed that many tactics used that night are against Memphis police policy. Martin and former officer Desmond Mills, they both accepted plea deals and agreed to testify against their fellow officers who are currently on trial. So I'll keep you updated as to what goes on in that case. And in other news, Meta plans to force teens into protected Instagram accounts. This is in response to ramped up pressure on Meta to do more to protect adolescents' mental health and well-being. So Instagram will implement new settings in the next 60 days for all teen accounts in the US, Canada, UK, and Australia, which will automatically make those accounts private and restrict what kind of content they can see. CEO Mark Zuckerberg has been accused in various lawsuits of failing to protect teen users from predators and online bullying that tend to result in suicide. So what do you guys think about that? Should the kids have protected Instagram accounts, or should it just be open, free for all? And what do you think?
I'm all for protected.
Yeah, I think they should be protected.
Yeah, I think about that with my niece all the time. Especially, I just learned about there was like a group of, this is like very local, but my cousin works for the office that deals with trafficking in Delaware,
Mm-hmm.
and we were talking yesterday, and she was telling me how like they've been. There's a lot of kids that are getting trafficked and younger people getting trafficked from social media.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, my niece is on TikTok. She does like the dances and stuff. I just thought about that. Like, how do you stop that? Because I'm not
You
there.
can't.
I'm not on it with
But
her every day.
Even if it's protected, kids are so smart. They know what age they have to put in to actually be able to go to
Yeah.
these things. Kids are not stupid. But like you said, as a parent, you should be watching over your kids' social media at all times. Like my daughters do TikToks, and people be like, "Oh, your kid's on social media," but there's a group of kids that just do dances with each other. My kids dance, 6 days out the week, so they're into that. But I just gotta monitor their social media. My wife monitors their social media.
So
Their big
scary.
sister monitors their social media, and we continue to.
Yeah, I'm all for protecting, but I'm also for disconnecting. I feel like everything should be in moderation, and I think that we treat all of these social media sites like we're just overindulging in junk food, and literally like the same way you do everything else in moderation, your alcohol consumption, unless you're Lauren, your alcohol consumption,
Ooh, I
your
hate it.
junk food. Just
Ooh, I hate
bad
it.
food, like all of that stuff like that. Like social media should be the same way. But I do want to salute Project Liberty. Project Liberty is founded by my guy Frank McCourt, and what they're doing, Frank has just dedicated his whole life to building solutions that help people take back control of their digital lives and making social media, a safer space. He's actually one of the people that's looking to buy TikTok. So check out projectliberty.io to go see what they're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely like this though. And to your point, Charlamagne, I mean, you talk about mental health all the time, whether it's detaching from the social media sites or online bullying. A lot of kids have, been impacted by the presence of being online, whether it, be on social media, whether it's a case of FOMO or, just various things. So it has definitely impacted their mental health. So I like to see it.
And also, Morgan, maybe it's about what they're consuming, because that's the other thing about
Yes.
Project Liberty. What Frank is trying to do, he's trying to actually have. If you go to the website, you'll see they got a people's bid for TikTok, and so he's building like a coalition to purchase TikTok and
Nice.
re-architect the platform to put people in control of their digital identities and data. Like he's literally trying to make it a safe space and an educational space, for people.
This particular account will also restrict what kind of content the children see. So to your point, maybe this is just the right steps, and the start of the right steps going in the right direction. Anyways, so that's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood. Make sure you follow me on socials at Morgan Media, MorgynMedia, and for more news coverage, follow at Black Information Network and check us out at BINnews.com.
Thank you, Morgan.
Thank you, Morgan.
Thank
All
y'all.
right.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.